everybody. Happy Monday. Oh, hope everybody's having a good night. See if we can invite a few people to join us. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. It's another Monday. We did it. We did it. Hey, Kelly. Hi, Amber. Thanks for joining in. We're going to wait just a couple minutes to let a few more people hop on. And feel free to share this or to invite anybody that you know that you think might benefit from our topic tonight. It's kind of an interesting one, I think. Oh, hi, Dan. Welcome. So how was everybody's Monday? Mine was pretty good. Not too bad as Mondays go. I'm going to wait just another minute or so. And Dan, right before you hopped on, I indicated if you know of anybody that would that would like to hear this, feel free to share them. I broke the internet. I don't think so, Barbara. Hey. Someday, maybe. Someday that might happen. Oh. All right, I'll just wait just another second. Oh, hi, Kelly. Did you hop back on? Kind of crazy tonight, I guess. Maybe I did break the internet, Barbara. Hi, Jim. Okay, so tonight I'm going to talk about a couple of different things, but the theme of butterflies has been in my newsfeed like for a few days now. And I just got to thinking about a few things. One of which is, how the butterfly starts out and how it ends up. About what the butterfly's purpose and destiny is. I want to talk about the butterfly effect and why we all have to become butterflies. So let's just go ahead and start, because a lot of us live like caterpillars. We are living like caterpillars, and the world looks really small. Only the little bit that we can see is our whole world. And we just keep going. We don't know that we really have a purpose or what that purpose is. If we do think we might have one, we just keep going step by step by step at whatever pace we can, and just kind of hang out and eat grass and leaves, and that's it. In our analogy, maybe we just, we get up every day, we go to work, we go through the routines that we need to go through. Maybe nobody ever suggested that you might have a higher purpose, that you had a dream that was worth pursuing, or, if you did talk about a dream, you were probably told, get your head out of the clouds. But it's really not in our nature not to dream. We're all born with a dream in our hearts. And we're not meant to stay stagnant. So, maybe you had an upbringing where parents didn't believe in that. Maybe they were strict or even abusive, or maybe you were in an abusive relationship where you were convinced that you didn't have any value or that your life didn't matter. Hi, Renee. But that's not true, it's not true for us any more than it is for the caterpillar. And that's the really good news, you know. So at some point, what happens to the caterpillar? He decides it's time to change. He doesn't really know what he's changing into, but he knows that it's time to do something, and he starts to weave himself a cocoon, so that he will have some place where he can be, hi Marcia, where he can be safe and protected. And you know, he maybe thinks that's it. This is the end. You know, this is all there is. And he just stays there, covered in darkness and enfolded. He has no way of knowing that the best is yet to come. But in order for that to happen, the way a caterpillar becomes a butterfly is that most of their body breaks down and turns into like this gel, mushy mass that actually ends up being fuel for the few cells that are left over to start the work of turning into a butterfly. So I love that analogy of a lot of times in order to become who and what we're meant to be, everything has to fall apart, or we have to give up everything that we thought we were or that we didn't think we could be in order to become who we are. You know, and of course we know that once it's time for the caterpillar, hey Laura, to become a butterfly, you know, he starts to peck his way out and very tentatively starts to make that entrance into the world. And I mean, look how beautiful that caterpillar becomes. And, you know, that world doesn't look so small anymore. It has wings and it can soar over that world that was so small before. And, you know, I've heard so many people say that they didn't feel like they deserved to be a butterfly. They just didn't think that they were worthy of having a dream or of pursuing, what they wanted or of having any good things. And that's just not true. Everybody deserves that. You deserve that. If you needed to hear that tonight. And, you know, it's time to fly, and we need to get out of that cocoon and spread our wings and start becoming that beautiful butterfly. We have to live into our destiny. We have to become who we're meant to be. We have to pursue our dreams. And it's not just for ourselves, but it's because our dream is somebody's rescue. That's the way the universe was designed. Each of us has a unique gift. Each of us has unique abilities. Our dream was given to us not just for ourselves, but because it's a rescue for someone else or for some other people. And so we have a tremendous responsibility that way, you know. We can't be selfish. We have to go after that dream that was put in our hearts. And if everybody does that, then if everybody, you know, goes after their dream, starts living into their destiny, then there won't be a need to rescue anybody because everyone will have what they need. It's just a beautiful image, I think, of everyone realizing, you know, being self-actualized is the term in psychology. And that helps everybody else. So one of the things I want to talk about, I mentioned I wanted to talk about the butterfly effect. And it's also called the chaos theory, I think. And, you know, we live our lives in this little vacuum, and we think that, you know, what we do doesn't matter to anybody else. It doesn't affect anybody else. And again, that's why sometimes we don't think that our dreams are important, that we should expend the time and energy to go after them, and that our actions day to day are not important because we're just, you know, oh, I'm just me, I'm nobody, I'm not important. But that's not true. what the butterfly effect addresses is the concept that small changes can cause, can have a huge effect. There's a theory that a single occurrence, no matter how small, can change the universe forever. And they use the image of a butterfly flapping its wings can cause a typhoon halfway around the globe. The butterfly doesn't know that. We can't know that one thing that we do today could make an impact somewhere around the world in someone's life that could be so profound. And we don't even know that. To me, it's just breathtaking to think about that. Again, that's why it's our responsibility to go after our dream, because we do matter, and what we do matters, and who we are and who we become matters. We need to be the best version of ourselves for the world, not just for ourselves. So even if you don't think that you're worthy, that you're good enough, do it for the others in the world, that one person or those people who need your dream. Some days, when I'm down on myself, that keeps me going. Like, oh yeah, it's not just about me. And I think that's easy to get caught up into that whole mindset too. We start thinking just about ourselves and our little world and our little piece of the world. But it's all interconnected. What do you guys think about that? Have you experienced that in your lives, either where things that other people did impacted you, or things that you did that for a fact changed somebody's life or changed their day at least? I'd love to. I don't know how the notifications, if they come through very quickly on here. I'd love if you all, have any experience with that. You can share it now, or if you want to drop a comment afterwards. I'd love to go back. I always love to go back and read the comments about that. So, this is going to be a really short one tonight, because I guess the topic is so concise, and we could talk all day long about the reasons behind why we don't think we should go after our dreams. We get so caught up in what we think are, the important things. Oh, Amber, thanks. You're really sweet. We get caught up in what we think are important, and it is important. We have kids, we raise families, we have jobs, we have 1,000,001 responsibilities. And a lot of times, I know for myself, for several years, my dream of writing full time just got shoved by the wayside for a lot of reasons. Yes, you're right, Renee. When we share our dreams and our heartaches, we give other people hope. It lets them know, hey, Jeff, it lets them know that they're not alone. And, that's to me, sometimes just seeing a comment or a post on Facebook that someone else has made, or to hear someone on TV make a comment, it's like, oh yeah, good. I forget that it's not just me, and that helps. So I do try to do that. I try to let people know that a post they've made, a comment they've made, a status they've shared, that it's made a difference for me, for where I am today, or at that point in time when I see it. So the butterfly. I'm giving the caterpillar and the butterfly human qualities, I guess. But when the butterfly looks back over its life, it realizes that chrysalis that he thought was a crypt was really a safety net, and it was a necessary place and time for him to stay so that he could be prepared for what was to come. And I think God is so amazing that he created that whole process. And it's the same for us, when we realize that our challenges and all the struggles that we've had and the hard, dark times that we've gone through are making us stronger, so that we'll be prepared for the next step, so that we'll be prepared for what's to come. And, you know, we know that God has this all in his plan. And I just think that's really cool. It gives me a lot of reassurance that on my daily struggle, my weekly, monthly, yearly struggles, whatever I'm going through, I have to always remember that there's a purpose for it. There's a purpose for the pain. There's one of my mentors always says, you know, your mess becomes your message. And we can't deliver that message if we haven't been through the mess. So I guess that's a good way to look at it, and to not get too caught up in ourselves. So anyway, I mean, that was really all I had tonight. Remarkably short, relatively speaking. I just love the beauty of the whole process, and how we can relate that process to our own lives. And I encourage you, if you're not doing something towards your dream, that you make the commitment to do that, for yourself, but also for the rest of us who need your dreams. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I love doing these. I love hearing feedback from you all. Even after this is over, feel free to share it with any of your friends that you think might benefit from this message. And I look forward to seeing you next week. I hope everybody has a great rest of the night and a great week. Take care.